Hey guys, welcome back and happy Sunday. All right, guys, so we're back to talk about Vanderpump Rules. More specifically, though, Katie Maloney is slamming Tom Sandoval for a huge lie about using his new bar with Tom Shorts and Sandy's as a storyline on Vanderpump Rules. Now, she's calling him out for trying to discredit her. We have all the details on that and more. But before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so it looks like Katie Maloney spoke out against Tom Sandoval in a series of videos shared to her Instagram story earlier this week. Now, after Sandoval appeared on a podcast where he accused Katie Maloney of attempting to use his and Tom Shorts' bar for her Vanderpump Rules Season 9 storyline, and later discussed it on Watch What Happens Live alongside his girlfriend, Ariana Madix, Katie accused him of lying and trying to discredit her. Now, this podcast is on one of our friends, someone who we love to collaborate with, Zach Peter. If you guys don't know and you haven't seen my social media, well, I just flew back in town from Los Angeles yesterday. And when I did, it was pretty much to go out and do this promo shoot with Zach. We have an exciting new situation that we're going to launch. I can't wait to share it with you guys. And I'm so happy that his podcast was not only featured on Vanderpump Rules episode 1, but also now this drama is playing out on his podcast. He's getting so much feedback and people are loving it. So, hey, I love seeing other collaborators win. This is another big win for the books. Congratulations to you, Zach. Now, she said, well, it was said actually, just to be fair, by Katie. So we're going to clear something up. So I watched What Happens Live tonight, and Sandoval's like, well, I don't know what goes on in Park City, Utah, because he's trying to, discredit me once again. And guess what? I don't know what's going on in Park City, Utah. I haven't lived there for 16 years. As Sandoval continued to make it clear that he did not want or see a point in Katie being involved in his and Tom Shorts' new bar, Shorts and Sandy's, despite any experience that she may have or may have had, either in her hometown of Park City, Utah, or even Los Angeles, Katie explained that her restaurant history to her fans and followers, well, it is still vital. She said, my mom ran a restaurant in Park City. I worked there from the time I was like 13 years old. I grew up in it basically. And I moved out here and I worked in a million restaurants. She also added that, well, as her video continued, Katie said, let's talk about another thing that you tried to discredit me on. What he said was I tried to use him for a storyline, which was adorable and also a huge lie. Okay, Katie, come on through. He said, well, she's saying that he said, I called him for the first time in months. Not true. Katie said, I texted him December 7th and said, hey, there's something that I'd like to talk to you about, not dramatic or crazy, something I've been talking to Tom about and would like to chat with you about. He said, sure. And then, yeah, well, we talked. According to Katie, she spoke to Sandoval and Shorts about their new bar. She said, I technically said to Tom, I said, hey, I've been talking to Tom about this bar and I'd really like to be a part of it and not actually just for a storyline. And this is why I'm a little irritated because I said not just for a storyline. And Katie made it a point to let us know. I clarified this to Tom. I never begged Sandoval, like, please let me answer the phones or anything like that. And if you guys watch the series, you see where Tom really discredits Katie. And I love both of these guys, right? Katie's been always so super sweet to me and Tom, both Toms are amazing. But he did say, I don't want her fake working at our restaurant when she's been spending the whole pandemic, like building Legos. I don't want her to show up and fake perform. And I think what he meant by that was we've seen Vanderpump Rules for 9 seasons now, and we see some of the, seasons where Lala Kent, I think it was like season 6 or 7, where she's still pretending like she hosts at the restaurants when we know that she doesn't. She was living in her Bel Air home with Randall Emmett, driving in a Rolls Royce. She wasn't living or working in West Hollywood. So it was hard to kind of follow. And I could see where he's saying, I don't want that because there's going to be a disconnect with the fans because they're not going to buy the fact that Katie Maloney is hosting at this restaurant, not when you're going home to a $2 million mansion. It's not happening. Okay. When Katie approached Tom Sandoval about getting involved with the bar, she was open to doing anything that made sense, including training employees. At the end of the video, Katie had a stern message, and it was to her castmate. And she said, Sandoval, bro, stop treating me like I'm some sorry, thirsty bitch, bro. Come on. Woo! Okay. Well, while appearing on the December 1st episode of the hashtag No Filter with Zach Peter podcast, Sandoval gave a much different version to his phone call with Katie. He said, this was probably the first phone call I had gotten from her in just a very long time. I understand what she was asking, and it was basically like, I know you guys are going to be filming, talking about this, and I want to be able to film. So he was making it seem like she was completely using the bar as her own storyline and as a way to stay relevant on the show. Now, was that Katie's MO? Well, apparently, as per her, it was absolutely not. But will it make us question? Yeah, 100%. We want to know what right? I don't know. I mean, at this point, for Katie, does she need to manufacture a storyline? I think all of the cast members do in some regard. You know, Tom and Ariana, like promoting their businesses. Sheena and Lala, they have babies. So by default, they have new situations, new scenarios going on in their life. For Katie, this isn't a bad thing either. I feel like she's just trying to figure out where she fits in all of this. Like, what is her next move? What makes the most sense for her? And what could she be doing to promote something for the future when she's no longer on this platform? Andy Cohen even at one point said on Watch What Happens Live to Jax Taylor, don't spend all of your money, bro. Save some of your money. And Jax cut him off and said, it's not me you have to worry about. It's some of the other cast members, meaning Tom Sandoval. Now, we've seen Tom Sandoval, and he even forked over half of the money for Rachella, which was James Kennedy's way to propose to Raquel. Or is it Rachella? I don't know. Proposed to Raquel, and he forked over half the money for that, which is a shit ton of money. Just because you're making $30,000 to $60,000 a month doesn't mean that you're going to continuously be able to make this kind of money. So yes, the right thing in your mind would be to save, put money away, and be smart about what you're doing. Now, is that what Tom's doing? Well, we'll find out at the end of this. He's still living in a $2 million mansion, and we haven't heard of any tax woes on Tom's head yet, just to be fair. But guys, I don't want to just give you all of this information and not ask what you think. So go ahead and comment below and let me know, how do you feel about this Vanderpump Rules drama? And do you think that Tom was telling the complete truth on Zach Peters' podcast, which made Katie feel like she needed to come out on social media and defend herself? Who's wrong and who's right? I know you guys have a lot of opinions, so go ahead and comment below. Happy Sunday to all of you. I hope you have some mimosas, take some time off, don't work too hard, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm going to battle this jet lag, but also go to a family barbecue. And then, of course, tonight, after Portia's Family Matters and Salt Lake City, the Real Housewives of, we will be back on, Jason and I, at 10:10 p.m. Eastern to mention it all. So I hope you guys are with us. Don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed, and we'll see you so very soon. Bye, guys. Love you.